Yabasiama Machiano Pay Sompa 93.1 FM na face Sompa 98.9 ya kambo mano pay muachin se en samwa yen saka na no pay no ana yede ebra won sam no do so no pay marase badwane de ma adesia ye wo Asen Central ura Canada Japan wacha se breaking the 8 ne de agisa MPP amanyo ko ne bibi ansa
Ora Gabi wacho da konso dia to judge se 11 no Ghana de hia nya kuma panta chiro enu nene yede kwa IMF
Oman adwadifo enkabom ko president Dr. Joseph Open wane Sompa kase adi nkomo bi
wapanyi pa bia ba no sikasemu a ono so bere mu akasa wose IMF no de anya no na wo ma Ghana ye hawo no ebesi ano kwan
na ekoba ne sign na assembly member bi esu sai edi entra
Also for ya washoye nwomasuya wonsam so wonmanya for doctor wasa ya waduchuma ade ato awofo no anim wasa sa star mo hyehye no aba no de aba na ho hio enti wo mo no enfom honyim
we no ye enwan ho kakra bi ne ya wan ho de ma wonsa no dodo na aka akira no pa ya sinkunwa ya de ebesom so no nsia brem kase nana kwabra kese na afei
akosuya eje wakode boatin
afensam no eni Asen Central mra sebadwane owura Canada akompreku Japan na wane Sompa kase edi nkomo na wo kire se ne wira ho na ne wira ho ahu no nyina no na wane adesie bi edi nkomo ewo epoye mantam no emu na asema wo ka nyina etere se ye omafeli omafeli nyina ene se na anu ada ka ne mampani John Dramani Mahama pa na ochim oman stia yidi kwhwe IMF jankobia sikasemu ebere wode na ni kire ho na MPP for se ya so de duamu ene omo horo na no pa wi anwumre sa bro ni yam sa na afei na MPP amanyoko no adani a yeso yesa akọ IMF nanti IMF bebrebe nyina no ya ye MPP for ye DNDC for atam wo ho ano ene ye nia yesa atwa ye ho se yesa akọ IMF ene sa basa de na kane mampani John Dramani Mahama papa yinso anya yen efri se yankase ye to bi mane no pasa sikasam ne ade eheda enkoye ene se de yenso sa kwa na enkoye ene yesa de anwum bi ato ya no ye nam a ye to breaking the 8 ena breaking the 8 eba ne sa no a ne hadwen na ade ba ko betimi aboa NPP amanyoko no se sia pa wono kura wo kai se wono Canada Japan sei se wo se huru NDC amanyoko no pa no he se kura na de pa na wo beka bi mu de ade pa na wo beka bi mu so betimi breaking 8 ne dia yesa nkabom ene ahodene
to IMF trust me. You're sitting here and you are smiling. IMF, what are we going to say again? Somebody texted me, don't say anything about IMF. Me, I shouldn't say anything about IMF. I will say it. I will say it. You know, going into IMF is just like handing over power to NDC without a contest. Straight away. Because the noise we make, and I chew my own words back when I said NDC went to IMF because of mismanagement of the government or the economy. So if MPP is going to IMF, what am I going to say? So breaking the 8 is going to be tough. You cannot use the face of those who took us to IMF to break the 8. It won't work. My message to you is simple. You cannot read my lips, and I'm not scared of anybody in the party. I will tell you the gospel truth. It's the gospel truth. Those who take you to IMF cannot, this same face cannot break the 8. In Latin it says, verbum sapienti satis est. A word to the wise is enough. I'm very, very sad today when I saw the publication that we are going to IMF. You know, that is what Mahama was praying for. He's gotten his wish. It will not be easy. It will take hard work. So we should brace ourselves that there's a task ahead of us. Therefore, it's only unity that will let us sail through this breaking the 8.
We honorable Kennedy akompreku Japan mra sebadwane de ma adehye ya ewo Asen Central na abusuafo ya mudi achi ena no pai ewo Facebook na Facebook YouTube no picture bi ye de ato ho no wo ba wa wo besra pai somehow papa o hwe picture bi a anopa ye dey to Facebook na Facebook YouTube no a mo amujira wa mo hwe ne de wan kasa no hwe picture ni din a ade e ka kire wo no wo de ba ye be ka de ma emom no enya tem didie yenko anim
anya tem didie na Yewura Gabi wachirda ko woko NPP amanyoko ni mu a wodi mu ntintima ye papa no wachiro se eyare hosem so my Ghana mu ayete no opposition ama onimanyoko no wo mo de de hwehwa ane nipa nim guase nipa fom bo ye nei aban no nam so wo hwe wo my Ghana no hu se nuoma nkoyie eno nti wodi 11 ba se ne ba ye betumi atwi ato nkakra na o man na tumi agina so ekwowi akire opposition won mo tumi akasa to mfuturo de agu Ghana de hye no asomu a amma neme kasa 11 no agesi ne benkum so wo se sa nuoma we nyina no ka ho bi na amma ne awama Ghana ya pompon so se IMF yesu ye betumi awura ho bi wo se mo ya de na so ba bi ye duru no ehwa ene wo se ekro.
What I'm saying is that government saw a situation, went to parliament. We have a parliament where it's not a situation where you could say the minority will have their say and government will have its way. We don't have such a parliament. And if you remember, on Monday, the minority leader was actually bragging, taking credit for frustrating government's attempt to raise money, delaying that by 6 months. Now, I'm not too sure how any government in Ghana's situation would have rescued it, because you have a major way of raising revenue, which has been frustrated for 6 months. My point is, yes, there were challenges. Yes, government came with its policies to see how to address those challenges. And those policies were frustrated by the very parliament that we have. So, yes, we are in a difficulty, but if you're a government, and even if you don't intend to go to the IMF, but you are put in a situation where your avenues of raising revenue have been closed, whether through parliamentary action or by public rejection, then you have to tackle it. And I believe that whatever you say, we are in the IMF, but when you look at the fact that the economy is still growing, when you look at the fact that beyond the challenges of servicing your debt, and that's what the relief that you get. I heard someone say that the IMF may not necessarily bring us money, but I think what it does is that it stops a run on your reserves, it stops a run on your bonds, and I think if we have that stability over the next 12 to 15 months, I believe that the country will see a turnaround. So I'm not too pessimistic about why we are in the IMF. It's unfortunate that we were forced there because the policies that the government brought did not get the support that it required.
I was off away a Yewura Gabi watcher dako and now watch your set. Baby opposition for do my Ghana kwakodru na one more two foot road ya go Ghana de hyen manino eno na men IMF yenso yekobi
abusia IM komono na yeguso ya ye pem mu na ya pem akoyanim ewo mu aka ho bi amoman adwadifo enkabom ko panimpa edema Dr. Joseph Obey wano so de nano atum ya wano o tere se wano de saa de a wano wahunu ene ne watene de wonim no senke ade sa aban no etu anamo bi edi kan kura saa abre no a nka saa de we nke yente na afesu ehunu biem
Bedi nukure ni nanka menya nezenka yania na yede nsese papa to akwam nanka yetimi ahwe wo hawa ye wo musamri no ehun se wo ya de na se wo hawo ni mu a esono se de usiye no o hawo no so ba esono se de usiye no nti samri ye ni normal times no nanka ye hwehwe se abain ebeto no wase no wahwe se de yisi se yisi kana se ye de expenses no nanka wadom fikofiko no ahu babia ehia esa wo hwe de daily graphic kan ye na wo meme nsema me kan ye no a na me de meme trene se nanka niam bi te se me de yam fatu ho se necessary allowance utwemu a bia efatase ye na emum ehia bi 2% betu school fees amu bi ni asama na allowance enti saniama nanka ase ehia 2% they say you bet me asone sani man so no kenya ye de ya dwen to form ye sone sani man so a ubo say ye sika na ye kura no e bet me aso ye ho so extra and amata na say World Bank for e discave the room e bin so na ni tika ye bet me the attention so akosi tama ye bet me the full grown homegrown solutions number it is an epedia yanko RMF no mo fet camera na yentimi finance say plan chain so dia and ye na say ne pastor ye buma no ye be make sure say ye be self discipline ye be who your priorities ye be who say sani ma we di here ne mo man ko yɛ se bia ya nneɛma bi for political reason ebi a yɛ manifesto a yɛ pɛ sɛ yɛ kama ɛyɛ nkurɔfoɔ de nti na deɛ yɛbɛtumi deɛ yɛntumi na ne nyinaa no yɛyɛ na abere a yɛdi sika a yɛde bɛyɛ o deɛ ɛsɛbe nyansa nim yɛyɛ yɛdifo yɛfrɛ bi fi profit and loss and income and expenditure ɛno na obi a wɔdi dwa biara de bɔ ɛhwɛ ne ho nti wohwɛ wɔ expenditure na de compare wɔ income na wonya ɛno na adwadifoɔ yɛ ne ayanko school kora yɛtumi ahwɛ ahu sɛ yɛ manage income no against expenditure no yɛde bi de ato hɔ a yɛfrɛ no profit yɛde ɛtumi de ayɛ investment.
Abusiani Chagu ye Dr. Joseph Open, one the president of the Ghana Union of Traders Association.
Open ye public so about the Sikasemu Wabri Moyera Charles Godfred Aka. Edia two judge was say how Johnny Papa. So my Ghana Moya one will be a journey on one casano. Now so we show more may economy no atetia prapan sam. Yankee paying for to me up a quebi. Now one more dear first woman to me a general. Now the Sompa say IMF near Sadia Hoko Domudia oh. And Ghana, young fiança in Witty.
We need to first find out what is the IMF basically there to do. And I think the IMF is a useful institution, has a very good history, and it has been very supportive to many struggling economies, including Ghana. We've been there 16 times. So I don't want to despise or underrate their significance or importance for crisis situations and economies that need them. But under the current circumstances that we find ourselves, I don't think, in my honest opinion, that IMF is going to give us the sustainable solutions to the problem that we have. Why do I say so? I mean, I think that the first thing for us to analyze, what is the problem? We need to do an anatomy of the challenges that we have. And if you see that the challenges we have, there are some of them self-inflicted. It's a conglomeration of bad luck and bad governance over the years. It's a leadership problem that we have had since independence. And IMF is not going to fix that leadership problem, and it's not going to lead us to the sustainable long-term development that we have. The problem that Ghana has, as far as I'm concerned, it's a structural problem. And the reason why the 16 times we've gone to IMF has not been really sustainable is because they just come to give you some temporary short-term, steroids or something to help you to survive the pain. And then after 2-3 years, we are back to the same structural issues. And I think it's about time we sat down as a nation. I support any suggestion for us to put our heads together, whether it's a Senchi or it's a wherever consensus, to think what is the policy goal and what is the long-term development agenda of a nation. Actually, what's our aspiration? What's the vision? Where do we want Ghana to be in the next 20 years, 25 years, 15 years? And as I'm speaking, there's no such a policy document that you can lay hands on and say, well, this is our aspiration over the next, say, 20, 30 years. And these are the policies and the strategies that we need to adopt to be able to become a Malaysia or...
Near your turn came a year or Charles Godfred Aka, a bonusika semua wabene e wumi pa.
Anopai modi adwencheni biaba na enekwesela de wadaruma yemo waka kraso mamo na yehwesa de niema esitie Alfred Ankoma wodi aba na so Sompa se de nukureni eja dempa motena se anopa se ya na ba bia wu edi amamo na Ali Frank wo so Sompa de no size na o hweyen ewo dwaben yankwaso na yemo adwuma teacher Kujo Tepa anyina susu and I'll say hey Ghana for pa de so hu Ghana for ebi ma yomadwen say yi levi no omuntua efri say de NDC fosia kan sampa ato o masumu no hwe eni o so hu eni ene ne IMF yi na ne de ya wode aba eno no Kwame Adoma ko de aba na wo say ededam ewukuma se asta ba biawu na wo ya che ene anopa yi na akuamoa boaten na wode aba na wo say Dr. Mahmoud Baumia wo ba na kase no de udu danso ma say ya edam din ya che say dam kura anopai wotia chairman Kingston Okomin Kisi national first vice chairman hopeful e wo NPP amanyoku no emu na Starboy would yaba now also a mem airport. Hey, Starboy no blanty we hard to wo se anchia kese nkoma adusai Kenya and afen so no ono a ne dofo prekope ya ye ne maame Madam Teresa Ata ya munyina ewo ahafukukrum what this year nana yawo exit what yaba now say Mrs. Boateng Mrs. Boateng no news ni de the damper na wo hwe ewo dabai sokoban no na girlfriend Koshiga Aza what yaba na wo se tadi the dam wo hopa Ebeneza Amankwa wo se kwabra kase me mo wache da se papa chacha munyina girlfriend Koshiga de no mamen komanim Dr. Babazamo wo de aba na wo se NPP amanyoko no de amanyoko wo Ghana ha nyina no wone ne party papa obetimi aboa maka na timi akọ nanim NDC de omuni bibi papa bia e de boyen e bia ka kire mamen komanim mra na ya ba bewie assembly member de ma adese ye wo Adamsu Newton ye wo German South man sinimu e wo bono mantam no emu onabo ata Japan no se ne wira ho papa na ebra woni yanuanom Sompa 98.9 ya ene ye piem wo ho edi nkomo ene wo kyerese schools ahodo ye won potam hodom no enkanka ne de wo Adamsu New Time ho se no bekọ no gese nkwada no nyina no nose mask kra no obi aka bo so be se du obekọ na kwabra na heda yini yempa ade enchenti wo ho de me kire maboma ni a kire matwa so tia kese obekọ na sisi ho akuaku ebi wo kra utum se o de baile hem se ya baile eni nansa baile bebo obi heda kire ne yem kompa be na otwemienu no akogya si ho boko na wonim na bia wo ye headmaster na wo ye wadwe se e bia wo de won say wura wo desk asese bia no awuja wo pe wo ho a ene won sa ho osmosis ni diffusion ben ene be chance kumo ne fam won sa ho na hadwen
over the years nanka problem bi ene ya contract we bia but it seems these days mabuna aba no yerim dia aba o madwene for be boso na miensa ni o ma sha se a o mo ko ajana e wo school dan ni mo sha se o presby JSS and you see an open ye pay security e mo ko we wa ke se sa for na dan o moni ko presby primary and so ye double street nti o ma sha se o mo ko A1 threat na o ha da for no ma ko B also no ma ko threat no ka class 1 day class 1 day etita o ha no ma ko class 2 mo fi class 2 A no ma ko class 2 B nti ana mo ye na se mo do class 4 ana enra o mo ko ye bu nti ma bodan ro through the community information center ana ya pa man for say o mo nta na hanom no problem o ha no say uchi nipa ubenya nipa ma mo di akire aba besre ama kase di mrabi di sani pa na aja ye tuta agi nipa no tina mani abrese this time yam pese ye be ma obi adi akire se chi sani pa no a enti me boda uro nya nipa no ye kone no na me kase onyai wo ye put mechanisms in place ya pa man for motor ya mo beti nya chi nipa no ye wo watchdog committee wo na mo ye ware ne se chi nipa no a ye pese na nabi ana political leader bi ana obi beba ho say baba be jindi pano ana say oni e baba negotiate say adere go police station ya ko police for abade ya the person ya ma almost say go ask to others
we assemblyman honorable ata Japan wọ́n ní assemblyman de ma de say ye wo Adamsu Newton ye wo German South man sinimu e wo bono mantam no emu
Doctor was say ya wo aduchum ayo sofo ya wo hwe o magana ngomesua so eno de futuo ma wo fo se na wiase sesa na so hwe ba bia wiase keka kwano afa kese no ano akwakọ gina abode mu nyansa panim de mapa ene ho nkontabuo science technology engineering and mathematics eno nti ena bino nam sa kwan no so this time hyehyɛ ne ho dwumadi abasa ne ebe ya emebunu no betumi anyamu akonya na wonom so hye bie na sa ne nti wo ka de akyera wofo se brewe ye brepa ye wo sa wofo no nyina won mutumi ka won ma no bata won ho kyerɛkyerɛ wonom enuoma pa ye betumi aboa won titiru ene ngomehia ho nsɛm so wo resanse wo nyina to dwa wa santemantem kropon kumase Brana SD asafo no one more power a men's ministry huntuma and na yera doctor Oseya Aduchum wakasaye
enim dia no dia akwetiri papa tie nyina yusu WhatsApp on mine na WhatsApp no bi ye ewo mu no wo yusu WhatsApp ni nyina wonim se awutua credit a wo yusu company gi na nya ho faso se WhatsApp no se ni bo ye ni free Ghana enkono points etu ankotua enka betimi dia Ghana konhoma afini nyina wa bra ye ni bibia enu ti na se wo ti se o mampeni system science technology engineering mathematics yɛ ka kɔsi ano sɛ wɔsi phone a yɛn kyerɛkyerɛ kwan nkwadaa na abɛtumi ayɛ bie car yɛn kyerɛ kwan nkwadaa abɛtumi ayɛ bie ɛnupura yɛn kyerɛ nkwadaa no kwan abɛtumi ayɛ bie na daakye wɔn nso atumi ayɛ bie ama buroni nso abɛtɔ bi afiri ha ɛnu nti ɛna saa abiri wɔn yɛn ni abiri wɔbɛte science technology engineering and mathematics akontabuo abɔdeɛ mu nyansasua ho nsɛm na yɛyɛ sɛ yɛn nkwadaa na bi mu bɛdɔ ama yɛn nso daakye yɛayɛ nneɛma akɛseɛ ama buroni nso abɛtɔ bi afiri ha nti wohwɛ a yɛfiti aseɛ ɔmampanin si school bebrebe school foforɔ paa.
For Doctor was saying, I would do my and I at sending can and what you know. Yane Pani Pabia was also a businessman. Now, no cray, why are Sir Pani, Ewa SD Safonim, Yura Isaac Osu, and so Edin Como.
The Nemesis and Anasa Kaniam, Yabiano, as I say. The message as the former national, so they say, the man, yeah, dear, our women ministry. The member of Hansa and the member, and see any more dear, a man, dear, come on, dear. It's just a member nation, near whom Paja Amu, and Swa, you will have a brew, we are saying, a man can between us, I must have in a theatre, and to be on for more than a more was a good one in now I'm poor and Kosovo, and still my ministry. The man who is free member, it's interesting, member by answer the member, who's in a member sharing. The best and say, Opia, or we are saying, Yama, Yamani, but they think. It's interesting, you how to be a hodo. Individuals sit down, there's so Yamaka, Yapton and Pine. Tell America say, you may be over, and so tell Mombasa. And then Mumma and Fian interest out for. When I saw us, so they be into any corner when you dine, near Moesia Dina and yet crab, oh baby, the passion.
Near turning K, I saw Penny Yawa SD Asafonim, Yura Isaac Owusu. Now your common son, your quacodim comoto. Yenu Muslim forces Shayan Mujuma dear Mono. One no more I wore a dear friend, sir, a year Hajj. And I send Purakan Semeka, Afibia, one more equal. Now, so Kobasa, one more Comaka Sanwa. A real Siaman saying, Yenu Muslim for one more bob or one more home. One more bomb paye. Esufre Allah, Epala Nchenko Shwo, ye yonen kanko, send your bay out furnace between your quadro, Ediama Wonum. Now, for word, yen why you heard him say one obacono, and Abada just a nipa makuma kwa no near Diasa, 230. And Panifortress any pano de Nadia. Wabama one more Quanyama, one more cobi. Now, some no set Santa Sano, Nanki Aboma Desia Benya Ora, Haruna Mohammed, Yawano, Eddie, Awaya, Panipa, Ya Patriotic Muslim Front, would do one money more, Nanki Adanakwa Kudim Komo, Ede Afa Asemi home. Yagusu Puso Homanosi and Sabakan you, Yansaka Yera Haruna Mohammed, Ewa Homanoso. Alhaji, Salam alaikum.
Alaikum salam, Minia.
Upon me, dear.
Yaminadum Odiache.
You, Yadanyamia say. I feel where Maka wants and some wateroma at to say.
Adika Mamintia, a tefu anopay, the chair, Asunta FM, so anopay so. This year, Maka, ya dear Muslimi na Huraho. Osha nia Yakafa this year's Hajimo. Let me say. We have been vindicated. We are not yet coming in our idea as a Hajj village. Yeah, the kind of Hajj board among yes, this year Hajj, it will be one of the worst organizing Hajj ever in the history of this country. Okay, Nientina Patriotic Muslim Frontier demonstration and a press conference before demonstration. No, yeah, the two just say, Omuja Omusika 2020 up to this day, no, Omushe year, Duduona Omunya Kwai Enko, because Yenina himself, Asibiano. Yenya quota around 6,000 pilgrims. But Ednam Susa covered in Yet the quota no, they divided it into two, and Omuma 3,069 pilgrims. 69 Ukrainian officials. Na Omo Musikano in 2020 no was 2,000. Na the amount 3,000 na afi who 2,000 dada. Na it's 1,000 na we had organize it. And na Musa na yeti Omuma agent via 10. Multiply 10 by 40. Now we have 400. I got 600. Na yenya yesanya ntiese aban afibia no yenim se aban bia edi nkromfo eko Mecca so that they can pray for Mother Ghana. Na aban ma edi quota from the 600 no or the 200 pilgrims. The 200 no yenyina nim se at least no krano found the other passengers are ombetua, and as a good manager, you have left with 400 pilgrims to go. Say, over the 400 they are to go. Say, Obia Opese Uncle Hajj, there were only 400 slots, and I am 3 days. Go and pay to the account of the board, and some ma Obia, Udi ma Obia. Ebe hadi, and almost be a floodgate, because when you ask the bank to regulate SAR number now, there is a monitoring team. So I do 400, you better close the account, and that's what we were expecting. But ya be a floodgate to the extent that you can look left, right, center, and I buy ya program. And I mean, Kai agent, no, Hajj body said, Munkai said, only 400. Don't eat into the people who left their money, 2020 to 2 years. Yakobaya, Omua Omutia, Omufika, for last 2 years now, Omuja Omusika no Kurano. 200 of them, I know for sure, say Omuantinyanko, 200.
Yara harne asasi anu ani o man koye mamu mo kasa hoyi e bo ebi mu krampo atwa won musika na so akonya ne nyama mu no e dia na mo tuo biem na mutu
me explain now no e say ultima see from the beginning na me shase me see omo a na ka say omontia sika no for fresh 39,000 Ghana cedis omo on be ko this year no. And I say hard ball and regulator no. We were only 400. Don't open it to all. So the only thing you will do is to limit yourself to only 400, so that backlog na for 2020 no. But you see, because hard board is handicapped, ya be a floodgate. So Obia Etia, and they are not able to manage it. Omutia 2020 and Oja Musican Prano. Why Jaumo now would you Omutia 39? What is the motive behind it? Next, it's here now this is a month for Omuja or Musican.
Yo, you are now your better was Yamia Domua and Meno Siaka Sibo, my bassa fro, Naya Jinchimuni Bimo Ediakan. Why? I was your phone attending K. Al Haji. Haruna Mohammed and a watcher sample for see one or shows a share one more quiet no. Come here, sir, I don't know Yako at the Abu one so ye general so now you're the summoning I see. And some for Penny a your Ross and Tia Boa Benedict, Kukua Jando, Akosia Sumwa, and a fee Nanaya Boama Libya Boga, and Wahiniama crunching, kind in our Boabi, MCR, Damunina Mwasi. Yes, we're better a second kind and nano pay. Midi ene akosia ejiwa kwade boaten mene menuabema
nana kwabena kese na ye kaimo se yenuanom Sompa 98.9 ene yame ya adomo aye piem ho den ena mo nyina mo ase Emmanuel Awua Joshua Drybone Kwaku Barcelona Atusco Ken Philip Boy Dope Kef se hwan din yes sa so na Obenje Abostic Steve Nanadu science teacher Chenebo Akodua Senior High School Kumawu nti Ghana be yi pe lasema obusa no ne busafo nyina da mo nyina mo ase ene anopa ma yenhia wo Sompa 98.9 FM na yenkoka jangum wo ho da mo nyina mo ase nti abusua nyame yadom a yebesa hia
Toffin komo. Enkoma emu ohwam, enkoma enwanwa. Dede.